Today we have the Samsung QN90B versus the QN90A, featuring brightness and contrast with very bright games. Hi friends and welcome to Viktors Reality. Today we have Peppa Pig, Wind Peaks, and how the B has more contrast versus the A. Cuphead, showcasing that the B has better local dimming power, as the A's algorithm is left behind. We have gameplay on all 4 games here, and a blooming bright test in Super Monkey Ball, as you can easily see here on these pictures, and how the B is faster in terms of panel speed, turning on and off. And something tells me that my camera is picking up that the B has a faster panel versus the A, with some gameplay of Super Monkey Ball. All this coming up on a friendly edition of TV Wars. Look how cute all these characters are! It's cool. I'm sure you guys thought you would never see this kind of video. So friends, in today's video we're going to be showcasing that the QN90B versus the QN90A, that the B has better local dimming, a faster panel, is contrast king, is very OLED-like, and that the A has a brighter but sloppy algorithm with its total picture power. You can see here that the characters look more vibrant on the QN90B, and sometimes being even brighter than the A. In today's video we do have both panels at 45 brightness, 40 contrast, 5 sharpness, 30 color, and it is set at warm 1 in game mode, so they can be on even playing field so you can see the differences between each type of panel. But so far everything is super colorful, super vibrant on both TVs. These TVs are amazing for families who put their TVs in living rooms with a lot of windows and light coming in. All your animation and cartoons will easily overpower the sun to give you max enjoyment when you watch your awesome content, like Peppa Pig. And here with the title of the screen, you can see that the Peppa Pig on the QN90B has more contrast. I don't know if the A is having this teal problem that was reported last year, as I haven't really found a problem with it, but in this scene, the teal is coming out and the blue on the B looks better. My friend is more defined and more colorful on the B, and the Peppa Pig letters with its blue background looks more vibrant and has more contrast on the QN90B. Versus the QN90A, which pushes the picture with a lot of brightness. I'm not saying it's washed, but when you compare side by side at the same settings, the QN90B is better and has more contrast. Here with this beautiful bright game, Wind Peaks, you can see right here, Actun Studio, the local dimming is better on the QN90B, while the QN90A looks dimmer. That is something that is appearing more and more as I compare these two. The QN90B can get bright where it needs to and has a very OLED-like contrasty picture. You can see here with all these scenes, the QN90B looks better. So let's move around on the map just to see different colors. The clarity on both is about the same. Here with one of the windows is what I've been able to spot easily. On the QN90B, it looks to have more contrast. Also the tree right next to the window is just a more vibrant picture. The purple tree looks more purplish on the QN90B, and also on the B it does look a tad brighter. If you look at the bottom logos with the items, the QN90B does look brighter. Again friends, the QN90A is an amazing TV, but it pushes so much brightness, which is what we want, but it can't control it as good as the QN90B. That's the major difference. They are both on warm 1. But you can see that the QN90B is a tad warmer. Right away, the first thing I noticed was putting them side by side, the QN90B did look a lot warmer, meaning more contrast. It looked deeper. The picture looked a lot deeper. Is it that real depth enhancer that they've been touting? Maybe. And you can see here, it's working. It gets bright where it needs to, and it gives you that OLED-like contrast. You can only tell if you have both of these TVs side by side, and that is something that if I had to game, it is becoming more apparent that it is better, that the QN90B is a better TV, overall for your gaming experience. And here with Cuphead, we do have an amazing game that is so fluid and smooth, and super bright, and its art direction is just amazing. And right here what we're watching is that the QN90A looks to be a tad brighter, and with that color palette looks a little bit better. So it's a hit or miss, it's a back and forth kind of thing with these two TVs, but I would say about 70 to 80% of the time the QN90B does look better. Again friends, you do need to see this in person. If you have to decide which one to get, the QN90B is the better option. Here with the same settings, you can see the starting menu, the QN90B is a little bit brighter, showing you the highlights, showing you the background more compared to the QN90A. Here we'll be seeing the opening intro of the book. The only thing I can say friends is that the QN90B just has more contrast. The panel is faster, the local dimming is better in HDR, and it is a tad smoother in gaming. I mean, is a book supposed to look white versus the yellowish paperish kind of a look? I think the QN90B has it right here. The paper on the QN90B looks more real, like an actual book, versus the white of the QN90A. Again, the same settings. Yes, you can adjust each settings, but if you have to lower brightness or higher the contrast when one can do it at these settings and the other one can't, it goes to show the true differences. And imagine if you can tailor the QN90B even better. It becomes even better than the QN90A. Adjusted, right? You saw right there with the loading icon. Look how much brightness the QN90B is pushing. The QN90A can't get that section bright enough, especially star fields. In my other video, Returnal, the star field looked a lot better on the QN90B versus the QN90A. It's things like that that make the QN90B a much more enjoyable experience for your movies and gaming when you can see the little details. Not quite like OLED like the S95B, but it's still better than the QN90A. So if you're going to get either of these two to future-proof yourself on content, the QN90B is a better buy. Man, this game is so much fun, and the graphics look really amazing. The animation is really cool. But man, this game is super hard. I can't beat it. I've been playing for a while, and everyone that I know can easily beat these guys. Can easily beat the bosses. I can't. This is like the Elden Ring of games for me. Seriously. From Cuphead to Mughead. Cuphead and Mughead are awesome, but I can't find myself beating this game. I don't know what's going on. Oh well, gotta keep on trying, right? Again, friends, here showing you the brightness and contrast differences with all this gameplay. The QN90B is an amazing TV. It's a refined QN90A, better brightness, better control of the brightness, better contrast, a bit smoother experience. But you know, you can always adjust these TVs to the way you like it. One thing that really has impressed me was with that loading icon. How bright the QN90B was pushing that little section. It was brighter with the same or lesser amount of blooming that the QN90A was showing being a bit dimmer. And I think it has a lot to do with the panel's brightness, the panel's speed. And the colors just look amazing. And these are both on the same settings. And in this section, from a black to a white screen, the QN90B is brighter, but it's way faster in turning on and off, right behind the presented by. The QN90A's algorithm or local dimming sections looked brighter, while the QN90B looked more controlled. Here you can easily see on Super Monkey Ball, look at the QN90B, look how more contrast, look how less in brightness it is. But once we get into gameplay, the QN90B has more brightness and it looks more defined. That's the word here, defined. Definition of the colors, definition of the items, of the pictures. The QN90B has a more refined picture. And it's very OLED-like. I've put this against the S95B, and the way the QN90A runs things, it just pushes all the color, all the brightness, of course controlled with its local dimming power, but the B has more control, better contrast, better color, because it's more controlled, and better brightness where it needs to be. Here showcasing these 4 awesome, very bright games, so you can see the differences to help you make that awesome buying decision. I love gaming on both TVs. I've used the QN90A for a very long time, and now the B has improved it. And if you see the brightness here, the QN90B looks to have more contrast than the QN90A. Remember friends, this isn't a dark room, so it's easily seen. If you have your windows open in the daytime, you would not be able to tell at all the differences that you're seeing here in darkroom gaming. That's why the OLEDs always look better in darkroom gaming, because they can get black compared to the grayish or mini LED limitations. But in the daytime, with a lot of light going on, these would look exactly the same. Again friends, both amazing TVs, but just showing you here that the QN90B is brighter, faster, smarter, and overall a much more enjoyable experience. I hope you found this video helpful, friends. If you did find it helpful, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other videos like this one to help you make that awesome buying decision. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.